You sounded great. Now, do you
Thanks.
still even sing much?
I sing in my studios. I sing when I write songs and everything. I sing in Memphis once a year. I do a tribute to Elvis Presley there. I go down and I sing a song that I wrote for Elvis. I never wrote a song for Elvis, but when he died, George Klein had a script called The King of Rock and Roll, and I wrote 4 songs, and one of them was called Blue Suede Heaven, and I sing that one. And that's one of my best songs. It really is.
Well, Suspicious Minds was awful good, and you you cut that first.
I did. Sure did. I cut it in 1968. Everybody thought it was #1 on me, but it was a small label. You know, bottom line, it wasn't meant for me. It was meant for Elvis. And if I had to do over again, I'd go straight to Elvis. You know, it doesn't bother me. I mean, you know, Elvis was a great guy. You know, his producer, Felton Jarvis, called me one day and said, man, and I was working on Moody Blue as a record for myself, and Felton says, man, Elvis heard Moody Blue, man, he loves it. He wants to cut it for a single. And I was real quiet, and Felton says, Mark, are you working on this? Are you working on this as a record? So I was real quiet. As a record yourself? I said, actually, I am. He says, wait a minute, I'll talk to Elvis. I'll get back with you. And they called me back and said, this is a real star. They called me back, and Elvis says, go ahead and put it out, man. We'd love for you to get a hit. If it's not a hit, we'll record it. And that's exactly what happened. I will say, I did have Moody Blue. I did have Charlie Fash from Mercury Records call me and said, Mark, you got a top 5 over in South Africa with Moody Blue. He said, man, you ought to go over there, man, and play. He said, put a band together, man. It's not all woods, man. You can make a fortune over there playing. He said, you ought to think about that. And that's what I used to do in clubs and everything years ago. And so I was going home, and I was thinking, I'd like to put the guys together. It could be a lot of fun. And, you know, the money's right, the money's there, and I'm going up driving the house, up the hill to my house, and he said, man, fortune of money to be made. I'm walking up the stairways to my house, and said, man, fantastic. And I turned on television and said, South African Uprising, and I said, pass. I turned it off. I never thought about it again.
well, such huge songs. Now, and you just sang Hooked on a Feeling. God, that song has had, I don't know how many lives, and I know it's got another one now.
It does. I mean, you know something, the BJ's record is how I heard it, as far as that's where it lies. But Blue Swede, and I talked to the producer a couple of weeks ago, first time I met him, and the Blue Swede version is a lot of fun. It's a fun record, and it just has that in the groove. And so I'm happy for them. I'm happy for me too, you know.
And it's in a movie now this summer.
Guardian of the Galaxies, yeah. They have a lot of fun. It's one of those crazy space movies. I mean, it's, and that fits it. They use that one, and they use Spirit in the Sky, 2 songs. Yeah.
What's your feelings about being in the Hall of Fame now? This is such a huge.
You know, the bottom line, I won a lot of awards. I got 2 awards from Memphis, Tennessee, all that, and different awards, but I don't like to be labeled, and you know, and the bottom line is with the Songwriters Hall of Fame here, you know, it represents worldwide. I always try to write, believe it or not, for young or old or anybody, or reach Europe or reach here or England or anywhere. Let somebody get their own thing out of it, and that's what I've always tried to do. And I think this represents that. I think, you know, you let it go where it can, you know. It's like it's worldwide, you know.
You were saying that you're active in the studio. You're working on new songs.
Yep. You know what I told Linda? You know, I know that it takes a lot to win this, and you're lucky, as April knows that. But I said they were talking about, you know, the songwriters, they got to have 20 years of work before they're even nominated and stuff like that. I said, well, I've been wanting to ask you something. How long do you take me to come back and win this again as an artist writer? She says, well, I'll have to get back with you.